Syed, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to talk to you. I was talking to Sam Flatten. Do you know him on he does like
Yeah, I know him
paraplanning?
very well. Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me that I should talk to you and I basically turned to him and I was like, "Well, I've spoken to him before. We had a call back in the day and yeah, happy to do it." So, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you so much. We have talked a lot, and Sam has given me multiple insights in the financial advisors industry just so I know better and I can help them in a better way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's so honestly, first thing I got to ask, how has it been working with financial advisors when you're working remote from Pakistan, right?
Yeah. 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 So I have been working with a lot of US clients a while ago. Like since I was 13, I have been working with multiple people, not directly, but my father was a designer, a graphic designer, and he was working with multiple clients around the world, not just in US. So I was already, I already knew how to talk to them and what's up with the stuff. So when I started working with financial advisors, this was the niche that I first started working with. When I was doing a job, when I was doing my first internship, I really enjoyed working with them. Like they were just, there was something I enjoyed. I didn't exactly know what was that, but I thought I should start working with them. And I talked to Joe Moss first. He was the first financial advisor I talked to, and we still have a lot of conversations together, and the experience is pretty good. Like it's really amazing to see people trusting you even though they are more qualified in this stuff. But the thing I identified with them is like advisors who are above 40 usually. It's hard to work with them most of the time because uh, they have worked with different marketing experts in the past and their experience was not very good. And they
Mm.
just think that marketing sucks. So that was yeah, that was something I had to deal with. That's why I was creating controversial posts on LinkedIn to change the mindset that has been developed over the past few years.
And you find so it's like over 40 you find and you think it's a marketing issue or their experience with marketers, I guess, is really what you're saying. But
Yeah,
but do you ever find pushback on just working with people from outside the country? Because the hard part in the advisory space is it's so regulated. They care so much about like where PII is stored and client data and all of this stuff. Do you ever find that it's tricky working with a firm when you tell them that you're from outside the US? Sorry to focus on this, but I do wonder because,
yeah,
they
yeah.
they have a million
No,
questions.
no. There has never been an issue with that. I just started working with another advisor yesterday. You might know him, and the reason they don't care about this is I don't have access to any of their data. I
Mm.
just coach them like a teacher, like a coach who tells them what to do, how to do, and helps them figure out the problems and solve on their own. So it was like it is not well, like the thing I'm doing for LinkedIn is it's not exactly the marketing stuff where I generate leads for them and help them close their clients. It's not like that. It's I'm teaching them how they can grow their brand on LinkedIn and how to actually use LinkedIn for their benefit. So it's never been an issue because I don't have any access to their data. I don't ask about their client base or anything. I just coach them. I don't even have access to their accounts. So that's why it's never been an issue right now.
So, yeah, and let's back up. So we'll kind of clarify what it is that you're doing. It's essentially helping advisors market on LinkedIn and generate lead flow and new clients from LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
And is it a complete package or is it like just like getting more attention on your posts or like start to finish? Do you help with everything?
I help with everything, but it depends on the kind of advisor because just like you said, they are very regulated, right?
Mm,
So the independent firms, they don't have that kind of regulations that an advisor working under a BD has. So the offer really depends on whom I'm working with. If I'm working with an advisor who is affiliated with BD or something, uh, we cannot utilize the full potential of content on LinkedIn, right? So
yeah.
what we usually do is I just usually tell them I coach them on the DMs part because whenever they write content that has to go through compliance department and before it gets live, but compliance doesn't stop them to build real and authentic relationships with other people in their lives, right? Uh, they might forbid them to directly market on the DMs. They might forbid them to, ask people to book a call or something, but they cannot stop them for building relationships and the relationships in a way that the other person asks you directly to work with you. You don't even have to pitch. So
Mhm.
when I'm working with the BD affiliated advisor, I just go with the DMs stuff. But if I go with the independent stuff, it still depends on what their current situation is. Like I working with his content is like good, not very bad, not very good. It's average. So I just told him you don't need to focus on the content part right now. Let's just do the DMs, close some money, and then we can move on to the next part. So that really depends on the situation of the person.
And that's DMing. So when yeah, you're saying DMs like going through people that you're already connected with or maybe cold outbound in your target market or something, and then just literally like how to properly message them and warm up this relationship?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Basically, uh, a lot of financial advisors are mostly posting content 5 times a week,
Mhm,
and the very bad thing about this is they are all of them mostly the majority of them are just obsessing over the impressions. They
mhm.
just want impressions. Like when they see 100K on their analytics, they just get happy and they don't realize that they are not getting any money from that, right? And what they're doing is they're just basically writing content for other advisors, right? That's not how it works. That's not going to get
Yeah.
you clients.
Man, I see so much of that, and it drives me crazy where you see, like it's like rage bait posts for other advisors, and it's not the most common thing. I mean, most people aren't doing it. I'd say most people are doing, like, the standard you can tell it's, like, ghost written articles, like, they're probably paying something to, like, post them, and those are fine. But the people that, like, they get in, like, these debates with other advisors, I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, why would you argue about, whether or not you should charge flat fees or financial planning fees or whatever it might be with another advisor. Who cares? You're this guy's
Yeah,
not going to hire you. So and your prospect, they're not thinking about this. They're wondering, they want help with their IRA or understanding Medicare or something. Like
yeah,
it's totally different than what your market's doing. But people do it all the time and they like it. Um
yeah.
so
Even
yeah, that
if they
drives
are
me
not
crazy when
creating
I
rage
see
bait,
it. But
even if they're not writing rage bait content, they're writing content on tax savings, retirement planning, and stuff like that. That only other advice like it is still for other advisors, right? Like there are a lot of financial advisors working with different niches, right? Some are working with dentists, some are working with medical reps, some are working with sales reps in different industries, and they are not writing content for their niche, right? Uh, the reason I'm saying this is when I am creating content on LinkedIn, uh, I cannot create content for both BD affiliated advisors and independent firms, right? Because the world are entirely different. I can still
yeah.
DM to both of them and close them as clients, but content has to be specified to only one person. So, like, if I write content on here's how to get clients on LinkedIn, nobody gives a shit about that. There's ton of content like that on LinkedIn. But if I write the specific problems of an independent RIA, like, and talk about that problem, like the different people saying different stuff about LinkedIn who are specified to financial advisors and like Dave Ramsey and people like that. If I talk about them, if I talk about the latest news going on in the industry, then only financial advisors who have their own firm can understand that because both of them have different kind of problems. So what financial advisors are doing wrong is they're creating content for everyone. They're not creating content for their niche that can be sales reps, medical reps, because there are two financial advisors. Let's say one is working with salesperson, one is working with a medical person, right? And both of them have different kind of problems going on in their mind when they go to sleep. So
Mhm.
what I say is, if you want to create content, just talk about the problem the other person is having before they go to bed, and the problem that is keeping them up and stopping them from having a good sleep.
Right.
Every person has different problems, and you have to talk about that.
Yeah, like in our business, so I don't take LinkedIn very seriously. Um, I think there is a growth lever there if we committed to it. I don't DM anybody. I know that's big. I'm hit or miss on commenting. I've tried to be good about it, and then for the most part, I really don't put in the effort. It's just not I don't view it as our big growth engine. Um, I do think if we started DMing, I do think we would generate substantial business quickly. How we would go about doing that, we'd have to figure it out. But for like content wise, basically I post Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. I just kind of schedule them. They go up. And you're saying I should really so I focus on financial advisors and I talk about seminar marketing. You're saying we should really even like try to boil it down like further. So it's like the for us, it's advisors who are generating probably between anywhere from 250,000 in production to a million who want to work, who want new clients. And then specifically for us, they want a consistent way to get new clients. And more specifically, our clients have between $1 and $10 million of investable assets as the prospects we're best at getting and are open to, I guess, teaching a seminar. Like it's so it's like boiling it down to like get to like specifically trying to figure out who that advisor is. That advisor needs to have some marketing dollars, obviously, because seminars aren't
Yeah.
cheap. Um, I'm trying to like figure out exactly who the person is. I have like specific names in my head that I could, oftentimes when we do things, I'll think of. Literally, I have like two or three advisors I cycle through who I like create products for, and then yeah, run with that. No, it's really interesting. That's yeah. So that's kind of it makes sense. We need to I want to see if we can have you help us write a like a LinkedIn post or something and we can see how it performs or try to improve it because I'm sure there's room for us to improve. I just kind of crank them out and send them. I'm always surprised
Yeah.
at what performs well too. I'll have a post to get like 50 impressions and it'll say it drove like 5 profile viewers. I'll have a post and then I get like DMs from people that are really good prospects. We schedule calls and they're awesome. And then I'll have other posts that get like 8,000 views. That's like big for me and generates basically nothing. Like nobody liked it, nobody did anything, but they got a ton of impressions. And it's very hard to guess. Like the one I did yesterday was a really good post for me and I have no idea why. But and then the one on Tuesday I expected to be really good and nobody watched it. It was like totally done. So yeah, it's all kind of a interesting place. So how much of it so you're coaching content when you work with advisors, right?
Yeah.
But we'll most of that should be we should have saved everything, so we can keep rolling. Um, where did I lose you?
You were talking about your posts where you
So,
get
like I was
8,000
saying, so we post
impressions.
3 times a week. We had like my post on Tuesday, I was expecting to do really well. It got absolutely nothing. My post yesterday got a ton of impressions and profile viewers and all that stuff, and it was I have total guesswork. I have no idea what's ever gonna do well. Total guesswork.
Yeah. The thing is that you're working with financial advisors who already have done something with their business, like something good with their business. Because I know seminars are not cheap, and if a financial advisor wants to do seminars, it's something it happens when they want to become a brand. It happens when they want to reach out to more people and just present them like not everyone can do seminars like speaking in front of 100 people. So like when you're creating content on LinkedIn, if you want to have those kind of financial advisors, the first thing is that you have to figure out who they actually are, right? And when you are creating content, it differs on that as well, right? Like I'm creating content right now and I can work with any kind of financial advisor, right? But if I had my niche is specified to financial advisors who has a specific amount of money in their like assets under management, then my content would be entirely different because uh, financial advisors who have under 1 million AUM have different problems as compared to a financial advisors who have AUM under 550 million, right? So the problems differ completely. And when you write content, when you write just generic content for a financial advisors, nobody is going to stop. When you write content for financial advisors who have under 1 million AUM, only these people will be interested because even if the a financial advisor with 50 million AUM sees your post, they're just going to scroll past because it's not related to them. So it completely differs, or like it depends on who you're talking to, and if your content doesn't act like a window for them, if they cannot see their reflection, your content cannot achieve the results that you are looking for.
Alright, so, yeah, I would push back a little bit on the advisors who wanna teach seminars. Everyone's just trying to get clients is the I don't know if you need to establish a brand or think of yourself that way, but
Yeah,
But you definitely it's definitely need clients and you definitely want more prospect flow and high net worth stuff. I mean, that's what they're looking for. Um, what did all right, so how do we create good content? Are you able to do this? Like, would can we try to create content either for me or do you wanna just talk about good content for an advisor? Can we do that live?
I can create content for you, and it's not very hard for me because I have created something I like to call my AI second brain. And it's the entire
Mhm.
information about everything that I know about LinkedIn. Like it has over 120 plus frameworks, including the trust engines and a lot of frameworks that I use to create content and through which I help other financial advisors. So it also have the DMs that we had. So I can just ask it to pull up the DMs. It will have the DMs and it will analyze your voice, like how you write on internet, and through that writing style, it can create a new style and then write a post for you. So yes, we can
Yeah.
definitely do that.
Do you think we give it a go? I would love to see it. We
Yeah,
can see when we can see how it performs and everything if I get DMs. Obviously, it would be super
sure.
useful. Let's see. How do we go about
Sh-
doing this? So you're going up on LinkedIn right now. Can you share your screen?
yeah, yeah. I'm just going to share my screen. Let me just. Uh,
Is it gonna actually maybe don't share your screen because we don't want all your DMs up there because that we're not gonna be able to edit that out. So all right, we'll just talk through it.
okay. Uh, my DMs are not showing. I have already hidden that, so I can show my screen. That's not really an issue with that.
Okay. If you have nothing to hide, then yeah. But yeah, we're gonna struggle. We would that would be no promises on being able to edit all that.
Yeah. So this is the terminal that I have opened every time where I work through LinkedIn. And I'll just do this. I'll copy your entire profile
Mhm.
and give it a prompt.
I
Hey,
haven't
what's
updated
up?
that in a
So
while.
I'm currently in a podcast with Steve, and you can check the conversations that we have on LinkedIn. And he has invited me to a podcast where we are talking about LinkedIn and how LinkedIn actually works for financial advisors. And during the podcast, we are writing a live post for him. Uh, so what I want is I want you to go through the LinkedIn DMs that we had together, and I want you to analyze his voice and see how he writes online, and also have a look at his profile and search on the internet more information about his company and him. And he's basically serving to financial advisors, so he's serving the same niche as me, and you already have all of the information about financial advisors. So what I want is I want you to go through the inbound lead engines and the 7FC content creation stuff, the window metaphor and hook movie trailer engine, everything that we have regarding content creation that gets inbound leads, and write a post for his LinkedIn profile.
While that's working, it was really funny. I was talking to my wife the other day and saying like our kids are gonna look at us the way we look at parents or older people who like type with two fingers. Because we're
Yeah,
gonna be like
yeah,
typing with two hands and think we're fast, but they're just gonna talk. Everything's just gonna be
yeah,
natural language talking. Like typing is gonna
yeah.
be
Like
I mean, they'll always be typing because sometimes you don't want to be talking out loud, but
even though my
yeah, it's
speed is
totally gonna change
130
it.
WPM, I
What's
have a
that?
very fast speed with keyboard. Like I can type at 120 words per minute or something like that. But
Mhm.
still, I prefer to talk because I've
I mean, what
been
do you talk at? It's gotta be like triple that. I mean, I can talk way faster than
yeah.
I can type.
Yeah, and your thoughts are way more random, and it helps me train the AI second brain further with my voices as well. And the best thing is that the DMs that I write, I'm currently writing 10 DMs per day to financial advisors, and my reply rate is 40%. That is very amazing. And the 40% is yes. Like either people don't reply or they don't they just say yes, and all of
Mhm.
it is written using AI because I have a very long and lengthy very lengthy file that has everything about me, including my voice, including how I talk, the words I use and the words I don't use.
Mhm.
So this is very like even if whenever I work with financial advisors, and it is just easy, I just ask it to fetch up the conversations we had on LinkedIn, fetch up the voice, and research the niche and create content. So that's very handy. Like why you have to do manual work if you can feed it and use that as as an asset.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, AI is awesome. We use it,
Yeah,
heavily. We don't use it for content creation, actually. It doesn't write any ads for us, yeah, so and it doesn't reply to emails or anything like that for us. We don't do that, but we use it very heavily, especially for building apps and
yeah.
anything like that. Let's see. So he's got Claude working very hard here, multiple agents kind of running.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna
Yeah.
make so this is gonna make a post.
Yeah, it already made the post. I'm just running it through some checks that like when the post is written, there are multiple checks that goes through it. So to make sure that I have this is the structure of my AI second brain, and I don't have any issues with showing that. There is this file which is called AI test to white, and it contains 6,000 words. So it has all the info about what how
Uh-huh.
AI writes. So it avoids that completely.
Yeah, no
And
EM dashes,
we,
no emojis.
yeah, and the tone of voice. No, not the EM dashes are and emojis are just the basic thing, but uh, AI, there are a lot of other things you can from which you can look that it's made using AI. EM dashes are just the first thing.
The
People used to use EM dashes before as well before the AI, but EM
oh, it
dashes
took
are just
those. Yeah.
yeah.
We don't own those anymore. Those are the computers now.
Yeah, I was reading some old books and there were EM dashes. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, was this book written using AI? And then I researched and I got to know that EM dashes were there a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, it learns it from studying text somewhere. It's just trying to
Yeah,
predict what the next best thing would be, and it read these EM dashes somewhere and said, "Oh, that'd be a great thing to use all the time." Um,
yeah.
Now you're not afraid to throw around elbows on LinkedIn. I try to be. Sometimes I'm in a mood, but I try to be a little more uh, less controversial, I guess. So we'll see
Uh,
how pointed it makes it posts, which
yeah.
is probably why my
This
posts
is
don't do
not.
very well.
Yeah, your post is not really controversial. I didn't made it controversial. I just kept it simple using the involute because uh, I could have made it controversial because I have multiple post types. We have there is a specific post type that I really like to work with, and that's the rage bait.
Yeah, I don't want
So
rage bait. Well, I guess it
yeah,
depends.
this
What's my
is
take? If I believe in it, I'll do it. But
yeah, it's a 6,000 words file which has all the information like how a rage bait post is written. So anyone can use that.
yeah, like I have plenty of takes on investing that I could vocalize, but then I always like tell myself like this really has nothing to do with seminars. You don't really need to jump in this arena.
Yeah. Okay, so the post is written. I'll just produce it into a document and we'll go through that.
And this is all Claude.
Yeah, it's all cloud. The post might not look very like written by in your voice because you are not posting a lot of text based content on LinkedIn. So the data that you already had from the LinkedIn DMs is used in order to take your voice in that.
Okay, yeah. Let's see how it
Okay.
does. I try to post 3 times a week: Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays at 8 a.m. and I schedule them out. And then we're gonna shift the podcast is gonna generate most of the videos now instead of me recording because I didn't really like where we were having to go with those. Every now and then I'll
Uh,
still record something.
yeah. So here's the post. Every advisor I talk to has the same Monday. You open the calendar and there's white space where the appointment should be. So you do what everyone told you to do. Post on LinkedIn, post an ad, buy a qualified lead list that 9 other advisors already bought. And the couple you actually want, 64 years old, 3 million saved, about to retire, lying awake doing the math on whether the number is actually enough. They never saw any of it. They are not scrolling for a financial advisor. They are checking the email, watching the news, and quietly wondering if they're going to be okay. Here's what's here's what's filling seminars room taught me. You don't win that couple by being everywhere. You win them by showing up in the one place they still read, with the one thing they're already losing sleep over. Retirement planning class, ages 55 to 72, social security, Medicare, taxes, long-term care, and do I have enough type of problem. Last room we filled had 20 of those couples sitting in it, not leads, people who drove out on a weeknight for the exact question keeping them up. That's the whole game context, showing up where they're already paying attention. So
Yeah, I like it. I can see
this is
there's
tough.
part I can definitely see parts of my voice in there. Um,
Yeah,
Context being a big one. That's certainly a huge point of mine. Is
yeah,
sales and attention is all about context, context, context. Are they
yeah,
worrying about
yeah,
this and thinking about this right now?
yeah.
All
this
right,
is
send that to
like
me in a chat. Can
I
I
think
post it right now?
it
Let's just see how it does.
you can sure post it. But just one
Is
more
there a
thing
chat
I
in
want
here?
to ask.
Or you can send it on LinkedIn too.
I can send it on
So
LinkedIn,
would
but
you
there's
include
one
like a
thing
call
that
to
makes or
action there?
breaks
There's
the
not really a
post.
call to action.
Uh, I usually do it on the comments part. Uh, I usually try to post a comment myself instead of just posting it into the
Like
post.
message,
S-
like shoot me a
Yeah,
message
I
to
just add a
get started.
pinned comment with a pinned emoji. Yeah. Okay, there are two things that I still want you to do as we have the performance and analytics of what Im- type of images has worked if we are selling to financial advisors. So for this post, I want you to suggest me an image that financial advisors recognizes immediately. It can be a person, it can be a brand or something like that, and also write a CTA as a pinned comment. What I have seen working with financial advisors is that they love to be challenged. Like if I create a simple post, like a soft post without anything controversial, it won't be that successful. And for me, controversial post, contrarian takes and rage baiting posts have got me leads as well. But it differs on the type of people, right? If you are a financial advisor working for sales rep, then rage baiting is not going to work very well, like it's doing for me. And there's another thing that I am doing right now to make the post more funny. I use miss I misplaced the images. This was the post that got 29,000 impressions. I talked about Robert Kiyosaki, but used the image of Dame Ramsey. So, so the mismatch was driving people crazy.
And you view that as a good thing?
Yeah. As like I'm getting leads. People just just see the thing if
Yeah.
they can relate to them completely, because the thing I'm talking about here is this is the same thing that a lot of financial advisors agree with as well. Like leading with comprehensive wealth management for families as a headline is not something you can expect with
Right.
you can get clients.
Right. Not new leads. I do think there's a
Yeah.
whole section of LinkedIn who I would probably guess 95% of people on LinkedIn literally just use it because you connect to check the box with like current clients. And then maybe you post just to literally remind people you exist every now and then. And you really don't care. And it's just kind of like, you know, activity.
Yeah.
And for that, the paid for platforms, like I think Broadridge has them. I don't know who the other ones would be. FMG probably has some kind of plugin if they don't do it themselves. Those are great. They get the job done. You know, you're constantly posting about something in market. You're not going to get leads. You're not going to get millions of impressions or 30,000 impressions, whatever it is you're showing.
Yeah.
But it gets the job done, and they're fine. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're looking to really use this thing to generate lead flow and get
Yeah.
attention.
Okay. So it's saying advisors, uh if you use an actual image from one of your seminars where an advisor is standing on the stage and the room is filled with
Mhm.
more than 20 people, so that would be a good image. And
We have those.
if the wall behind the financial advisors who is standing says something that is related to financial advice or
Mhm.
something, that would be much better, because people can recognize that the person is standing here is a financial advisor talking to multiple peoples. So that is something that could work.
Yeah, we have those.
Okay, so okay, can you do one thing? Uh I wanted to put the CTA comment, not the image thing, just put the CTA comment in the file and put that file in a Google Doc and send it to Steve. I think we have the email of Steve in the LinkedIn DMs. If not, just tell me.
Is really making Claude work.
That's
I do
that's how it
like it
works.
because me and my business partner all the time when we're building, like tomorrow, we're gonna have we'll be working for like 4 hours or something silly, and together we'll work longer than that, but we'll we're always joking because you're like, oh, let me pull up this file, and then it's like, oh wait, Claude, why don't you pull up this file and send it to Isaac, or like, wait, why am I looking this? You should go do this. You need to go do this. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna make us so
what am
lazy.
I paying you for?
Yeah, you pull that file up, draft a little summary email, and send it to Isaac.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send you one once it's ready.
Alright,
It will take a few
let's
minutes,
see.
I
Can I
guess.
find let's hopefully I can find the picture quickly enough.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm also currently writing newsletters for financial advisors and just to, go in depth
yeah, it is
of
perfect.
LinkedIn. There are a lot
Kinda need
of
a bit.
people on LinkedIn teaching writing to financial advisors and helping them getting clients, but all of them are just obsessing over the impressions and stuff. Like
Mhm.
get
So
more
this
impressions,
is
get
when you're
more
talking about
impressions.
right, so you're writing newsletters to convert.
Not to convert, but to yeah, build trust and build authenticity. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to talk to more advisors who do the LinkedIn stuff because it's very new to me. I don't know a lot about it. But so okay, you get attention, but what is that? How many clients are you getting? How many meetings a month are you having with qualified clients who are showing you statements? I don't care about your first calls. I don't care about DM messages. I don't care about connections. Meetings with statements. Not that they're telling you they have 350,000 or 2.4 million, but like here's the statement of the account. That is a first meeting in my book. Everything else is just, you know, working toward that, but that's the measure. And I don't know how many people I mean, obviously people swear by it, so I'm sure it works, but I'm curious what that process looks like where it's like a well-refined machine that you're like generating leads. Because yeah, impressions don't
For
matter. I mean, impressions are, something that help you get there, but yeah, it's how many meetings a month are you having from people with statements? So that's the part I'm
from
always
financial
curious about.
advisors.
Yeah, yeah, like a good
Yeah.
advisor
Okay.
on
So
LinkedIn.
from 10th June till today, I have booked 10 meetings, and I still have two more today. So yeah, it's going pretty good. And if I s- you know talk about the advisors that I have had book meeting with, like there was an advisor on LinkedIn. He was from UK. Um, like he has a lot of compliance issues. He cannot post and stuff like that properly, but is
Yeah,
still having that compliance issues and having 400 followers. I helped him write a post for his LinkedIn, which got uh, I guess 115,000 impressions, 60 inbound leads, and 10 booked calls, all
wow.
inbound. So that works for everyone. You just have to. I give an example to everyone I talk to. Like, imagine you are walking down the road, you are driving or anything, and you see two billboards. One is showing Mr. Beast going to Mars. That can be the craziest thing ever. Mr.
Mhm,
Beast going to Mars can grab attention of anyone in this world. And the other billboard shows a picture of your house from outside and from inside as well. So the thing that will grab your attention is the second image, the picture of your house, because you're just driving on a random road you don't know, and you see a picture of your house, you'll be like, how the hell, like why is there a picture of my house? This is the
right,
same thing that is applied to LinkedIn. If you write content so specified, you have to make the other person go like, how this person knows my exact situation, how this person knows what's going on with my life and with my business.
right,
If when
and
when
that's
you crack
context.
that,
Yeah, I mean, it's
yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah,
First
it's
thing,
everything. You
anytime I
just
look
have
at
to know.
anything, first thing I'm wondering is, should I pay attention to this? Is this worthy of my attention?
Yeah,
You know,
is this worthy
that's
of my
right off
time?
the
That's
bat.
right.
That's the first question you have to answer anytime you're reaching out to anybody about anything in marketing is why should I pay attention to this?
Yeah. Let me
Because
see
basically we spend all
if
day trying to figure out how to ignore stuff, whether it be
yeah.
commercials, ads on Instagram, like, I mean, all day, that's what you're doing,
Yeah, that's what we're doing,
emails.
right?
So if somebody works with you, is this kind of how the process goes? And then, you'll do like 10 of these or something like that? Or
Um,
some
I
catalog
don't.
of like backlog of work? Like if an advisor
Can you
hired
ask
you,
that
would it
again,
work
please?
kind of like this?
Uh, kind of like what? Sorry, I was just looking at over at the document.
Oh, you're good. No, like while as we're building like this post, is this kind of what it's like working with you if somebody hires you?
Uh, no, not really. Like if I work with a financial advisor, it depends on the offer. I can help them write posts, like a few posts, and the main thing is to coach them so they can do stuff on their own as well.
Mm.
Help them build their AI second brain as well, so they can, do stuff on their own. And obviously, they cannot have more experience than me if we talk about the LinkedIn stuff. So they, most of them prefer just working, continue working. So because there are a lot of new things I keep testing, I keep coming up with new information. And the thing, I connect LinkedIn with psychology a lot. I learn about different stuff. I learn about how different people, recognize how different people, how a trust is built, and how an authority is built from the perspective of psychology, and connect that with the stuff that I am doing. So it keeps upgrading. So they prefer to work with me. Uh,
So you'll help them build like their own AI tool to help them craft their posts, and then you'll just kind of constantly help them improve the tool that they're using. And that's the part you're
yeah.
focusing on. So I'm out here, if I'm an advisor, I'm out here focusing on my business, my clients, all of that. Now I have this tool, so when I do run my posts, I run them through the tool, and then you kind of come in periodically and we talk through how it's working, and you will help improve the tool. And do you charge like a
Yeah.
monthly fee for something like that?
Yeah, there's a monthly fee for both of the offers, but my main focus is not on building the tool. My main focus on uh, making them believe that they can do that. Because if I just give them the tool right away, they will still think, if things doesn't work, they still think, they'll think that there is something wrong with the tool, or they're not capable enough for that. So I teach them first before building the tool. The tool is the later part. The first part is
Mm.
to make them confident that they can do that, and make them confident that this thing works, right? So just teach them
The
this is
tool in
how.
LinkedIn.
Uh no, just, yeah, the LinkedIn part, how they can actually write content and stuff. And the part that I focus on more is the DMs part, like messages. Let's say
Yeah.
I post, and the post got 50,000 impressions and 100 likes, right? And a lot, like all of my posts are shown to 80% of the advisors. Like viewers are 80% advisors. So there's nothing, and there's no one outside the world. And what people do, and what I used to do like an year ago, that if people react to my post, I just, don't reach out to them. So if people react to your post, they are showing a signal that they like your content, they like what you are saying, and they might be your client as well. So the first thing is that you have to reach out to them. If 100 people, if 100 financial advisors engage with my post, that's 100 leads. That's
So
100
you should
inbound leads.
yeah. So you're saying so yeah, somebody likes your post, you should send them a message, otherwise you're kind of wasting it.
Yeah, you're wasting it. People think that inbound lead is something people come to you and say, "Hey, take my money and work with me." That's not
Yeah,
an
no,
inbound
you always
lead.
gotta reach out. Yeah. They're
Yeah,
not
that's
I
not an
always
inbound
told
lead.
I always told people like back in the day, so like with seminars, sometimes you run into the issue of, there's gonna be unqualified prospects in the room. It is what it is. And, you don't really know until they book a meeting. I mean, sometimes you can eyeball it and just be like, "Yeah, this guy doesn't have any money." But you never can you gotta verify it. And so they come and they book the first meeting. If they don't have it and people are like, "Oh, well, why would I offer the, free consultation or blah, blah, blah," like this real in-depth thing. And it's like, listen, be nice to them, book the first meeting, you take the 30 minutes and talk to them, and then they're not gonna call you. Like, you're gonna have to call them. So just if you don't reach out to them, their prospects don't call you. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
someone might at some point, but you're not building a business off people calling you. It just ain't
yeah.
happening. So,
Yeah, it
yeah.
it happens, but it takes a lot of time. Like if you have 100,000 followers on LinkedIn, that and you don't have time to call people, just people will just wait to work with you. That's a
Yeah.
different case, and that happens like after a very long period of building trust and authenticity.
Yeah, I like that Alex Hormozy guy. He's, he has great content. There's something in particular he does that I really like, but his, he has all his content, builds a ton of trust, pitches himself as like a super successful guy. By all means, it looks like he's very legitimate. I don't know, but certainly looks like it. I like his content. I've learned stuff from him that's helped my business. I did one thing where I reached out for some lead magnet that he had, and it was, a fine piece of content. But him, who's super famous, has all the credibility in the world, well, a lot of credibility. His team called me, emailed me, texted me. They reached out a ton. I talked to like 2 people. So they worked really hard on following up. And, you know, I don't know any advisors that have nearly the credibility or audience that like he has. I mean, he's huge. So, yeah, if
Yeah.
we're us as advisors, you gotta reach out. Huge issue I have on LinkedIn. So how do you actually organize it? So on LinkedIn, how do I? Because 'cause I'm all about, like, automating and systematizing things. How can I don't pay for anything on LinkedIn. I have the free account. Well, how do I even see who beside I could see who likes my post and comments, but, like, impressions, I have no idea. People who viewed my profile, it'll show me, like, 3 a day. Um, how do I actually do that? Like, how do I message everybody? And can I automate it,
Uh,
or are you typing in every single message?
uh, you don't need to automate. You just have to give an hour a day, or maybe hire a virtual assistant to do that. But you would definitely need the Sales Navigator subscription because that's where
That's
you
the
will build
$100
your
month
list.
one?
Yeah, the $100 month one. You have to build the list from that. It will help you find your ideal prospects and build the list. And the like let's say I start working with a financial advisor today, and the first thing that we are going to do is get him a Sales Navigator subscription and
Mhm.
build a list of his ICPs and build a list of his potential clients. I try to create a list of the clones of his best clients first. If he already had clients in the past from that niche, I try to find the clones of that of his clients who have the same problem, who have the same situation going on. And once we have the list, we start sending 30 to 40 connection requests per day. When they accept the connection request, that's a yes from them, and then you reach out to them with a free gift.
So, Sales Navigator will basically, like, prompt you with, "Hey, here's the 30 a day you should reach out to?"
uh, no, it will not prompt you. You have to find the people. uh you have the filters there. You can set, like, if you're finding financial advisors, you can set uh you can guess the AUM that they have by the number of their employees. So you can filter financial advisors who are running their own companies and have more than 50 employees. So financial advisors have more than 50 employees might have a specific amount of AUM that you get, that you can guess.
Okay, so it's so you can do filters like that to
Yeah,
try to get to them. Yeah, there's things I would filter for. I
yeah,
kinda have an
yeah,
idea of who we are, and plenty of advisors. So, yeah, all the time I know advisors who they know their target market, and they're trying to reach more of them. So, with Sales Navigator, you kinda
yeah,
look at higher level filters that might get you there, and you'll just do
yeah,
30 requests a day,
yeah.
and then if they accept the request or if they interact with one of your posts, you basically send them
You just
a
send them a
DM that
DM.
has some and s
Yeah.
your what your goal is deliver value, so deliver some kind of free gift, that's the idea?
Yeah, your goal is to get a reply. Just get a reply. Uh, like, if I ask someone to book a call, or say that I like your post, that really stuck with me, especially when we write DMs with AI. It writes, "Hey, your ex post stuck with me." So even though it really didn't stuck with you, you just used AI to write that. But what everyone likes is gifts. Nobody will reject a free gift, right? So you just give them free gifts. Like, depends on your situation. If I am reaching out to financial advisors, I just uh, write them free DMs for one or two people. I just write free posts for them, and then this when they see the results of free thing, they get the taste of the value that I'm providing, and then they reach out to me themselves. Okay, how can we work together?
Yeah,
And
so,
that's
like,
the
mine
same
would
thing
be
that you have to do as a financial advisor.
so, like, mine easy super easy one would be, like, a free local market report or something like that.
Yeah,
We have other free stuff we can do too, but yeah, something along those lines. "Hey, just offering to send it to you, you can review it." You know,
yeah,
worst
yeah,
case, it's interesting data. Alright, I just posted the post you sent me, so it's live.
yeah.
Let's, we'll see
LinkedIn
how it
LinkedIn is
performs.
a very LinkedIn is a very big ocean. Like, you can make $1 million business from LinkedIn if you really know how to. I was trying to learn LinkedIn from the past 2 years, and I have been actively posting on LinkedIn for the past 2 years, but nothing worked, never a single time,
Mhm.
until I realized that I have to spend some money to learn LinkedIn. So 8 months ago, I spent some money, I learned LinkedIn, and I worked for free for some financial advisors just to get some results. When
Uh-huh.
I got the results, I started with a very low price, and then I started increasing gradually
Yeah,
as
it's
I
awesome.
gathered the case studies.
Yeah, it's great. We Yeah, I always wonder with, like, the LinkedIn people for the advisors. So, we will at Nexruto, we have free seminars that we'll give advisors, like, they're super high quality, it's better than the stuff you buy. Please do not spend $1,000 on a seminar. Take ours for free, it's better. Um, if you don't believe me, put them side by side. Again, ours is free, so what do you care? But the, we'll take this like, we'll give you the seminar, we'll give you all the tools for, like, how to promote it, how to, follow up afterwards, and all of that. And we're looking at giving them like free landing pages and stuff like that too. So like we're working our way there. The What I always wondered is, so some of the advisors with these big LinkedIn audiences, like could they promote an event like that, like a seminar event that they're teaching, and use the LinkedIn to drive the traffic? Because
It
working with us, they wouldn't have to pay anything on our end for that. Is that something that like advisors can do? I mean, it's at
it
some point you
really
got to take this
depends.
attention you have and talk about money with these people. So you
Yeah,
do have to teach them
it really
something.
depends on what kind of audience do they have, right? If I'm a financial advisor working
Ours is
with sales
pre-retirees.
reps in the US, yeah, and I have 50,000 followers who are based in Australia and other countries, but not in the US. That audience is just useless. Like, it won't do anything for you. So
Right.
it really depends on what kind of audience you have. But if you have the right audience, you can run offer campaigns on LinkedIn. I run offer campaigns each month, and I get good clients from it. So running offer campaigns, you know, specifying with the specific kind of results and the specific kind of pricing with discounts and everything like that. Uh, it's like a pop-up offer campaign. So you reach out to the people you have talked to and just tell them that we are doing this for X amount of discount, and also do a post on LinkedIn if possible. So it really depends on what kind of audience you have. If you have the right audience, then yeah, you could definitely do a very good. You, you can make very good money from that.
Yeah, I want people to try it. So I want to find someone who's spearhead. I reached out to one guy who I know has a big LinkedIn audience, and he's kind of a development advisor. He's good, but he wasn't interested. But I'm gonna talk to a couple other people who I know have big LinkedIn audiences and try to promote there. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to see how they do. Um, I just think it's such a
Yes.
seminars are such a good way to get business. If the hard part's
Yeah.
filling the room, but if you can fill the room, you've done so much of the hard work right off the bat. Because you get 2 hours to talk to them about money and what you do and how you think about it and just how much you know about it, and you're gonna help them realize that there's a lot that goes into this. It's more than just, stock picking. A lot of times it's I mean, in rare cases are you stock picking at all. And so it helps, and you can build a relationship with them. They get to know you. Seminars are an awesome tool. So I want to just trying to evangelize that and get more people using it. And I know LinkedIn can certainly, if you have attention, you got to figure out a way to monetize it. And so wondering if
Yeah,
we can help contribute there.
even if you don't have attention, like I talk, when I work with financial advisors, and they're obsessing over impression, I say, if you don't want to post content, then don't. If you don't want to do add comments on other people's posts, don't. It's been 10 days I haven't commented on a single post, and I booked 10 calls. So it's just,
That's awesome. Yeah.
the only part is having conversations and having relationships, building relationships, and that's it. Content is just a plus point of that.
So like this post we just made, it's basically useless if I don't do the DMs.
Yeah, it's basically useless if you don't do the DMs, because people are not going to reach out to you and say, "Hey, Steve, take my money. Let's do a seminar." You have to
Right.
reach out to
I
them.
have had that, but you're saying like that's like the rare. So like I could
Yeah,
probably
that's not
10x my
consistent.
inbound leads.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not
Like there's 10,
consistent. You
maybe
have
even
to reach
more
out to them.
X. If
Yeah,
you didn't do outreach for seminars and you just relied on the people that just come to you, now you don't have to do a lot of outreach with seminars, but if you didn't do outreach with seminars, you're leaving like a 50th of the business on the table. I mean,
yeah.
you're gonna do way
Outreaching
worse.
is
And you
the
could just be an email and a call. Like a lot of times it's not like you have to hound these people, but just like one email, one call, you're probably scooping up at least half of them. Two emails and another call, you're probably, getting another
yeah.
20%.
You
But
have to be
yeah, not a
shameless.
lot. Well, yeah, and we have follow-up guides. We do like in the high number of outreach attempts, and we'll do that. We can even help advisors and do it for them. But yeah, we have follow-up guides where we'll kind of coach them on how much outreach they can and should do. It's probably a
Yeah,
little more
yeah.
than you think you should, but But yeah, there's also proper ways to leave voicemails and proper ways to do that first call. And you don't have to use our scripts like to the T, but there's a general guideline that you really should follow. Um,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
and it
Right.
makes sense. So on LinkedIn, basically, I'm just waiting for the people that contact me, and so I'm leaving a ton of money on the table because
Yeah,
there's
but
probably people that I
you
could
have
reach
to
out to
reach
that
out.
would, yeah,
Yeah. If 10 people react to your post, this means they like the post, they like the work you do, or maybe they
there's
are also
probably a
interested
client
in
there.
working with you. Yeah, there's probably a client there because, like, let's say if I'm a financial advisor, if I'm working with financial advisors, a lot of people cannot reach out to me asking for some stuff, right? I know a guy. He's helping corporate employees leave their jobs and start a side business. So he's writing post that makes them hate their bosses, so they go into the rage mate board and work with him, and he's doing pretty well. He makes, I think, 50 to 80K I a month. Okay, this guy is really
Not
amazing.
so bad.
And yeah, and he's people cannot comment on his post. Corporate employee cannot comment on his post because he has the fear that his boss might, see the comment and stuff like that. So that's the thing that you have to, focus on. Uh, uh, I have to go. I have a meeting in 10 minutes.
Okay, we can wrap this up. So if
Yep.
anybody wants to work with you though, how do they reach out and how do they contact you? They just like one of your posts and then you'll take over from there and DM them and that's that?
N- if they want to hire me from this podcast, they can just reach out to me directly
How do you reach out?
on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Saeed, I really appreciate it. This was fun. I'm
Th-
excited to see how
yeah.
our post
Thank you
does.
so
I'll
much.
clip us creating it and we'll review results. And
Yeah.
for you, I will DM anyone that interacts with it. So we will go out of
Yeah.
our way to do it for
Yeah.
you. Hopefully, we can start doing that more often and I think a lot of advisors could. There's definitely money on LinkedIn. But hey, man, it's fun talking to you. Thanks for hopping on.